Hold on one sec. I'm trying to unmute you. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay. Hold on one second. One and baby boy. No. Hold up. There we go. Why are you muted? Yo, you gotta cut your mic on.
You
There you
can hear
go.
me now?
Yeah. You just cut your mic on.
Okay, yeah. I'm watching the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching the game.
Let me do this. Let me do an introduction right quick.
Okay.
To all that are watching or coming on, this is called Tact, Where Adversity Come Change by me, Rich Coleman. It's a book that I think that will help you change your life. Check it out. Read it. It's on Amazon. You know, and my contact information in the back. So check it out. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm watching the game.
Who playing?
The Knicks and Atlanta. This the last game.
Oh, okay.
The last game.
March Madness.
Nah. The New York Knicks.
Oh no.
Yeah. See if they're gonna make it to the playoffs. You see the
Oh, okay.
score? 83-34. New York Knicks.
Oh, the Knicks got a good team then, huh?
Yeah. Oh, do they? Do they?
Hmm.
Do they? They got a hell of a team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How you doing though?
I'm all right.
I'm sitting. I'm sitting in my comfortable relaxation chair.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wa- I'm
Yeah.
wait, I'm waiting for my wife to come home because she should be
Oh.
on her home. She should be on her way home now.
Oh yeah. You got about an hour though.
Nah,
You got.
nah. I don't know what time she coming on.
Oh, okay. I remember last time you got off the phone. It was like
Yeah.
we on the phone for over an hour.
Yeah. So as soon as I hear that door, soon as I hear that door crack,
You gone.
I'll be like, yo, see you later, Rich. Click, click, click.
uh,
Hey, baby. You
mhm.
know, yeah.
You
You
gotta do it.
know,
You gotta do what you gotta do, baby boy.
yo. I'm happy in life. I'm happy in life.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. You
That's
know,
a that's a
a lot
real
of a
good
lot of people
thing.
don't understand, you know, um, how you could be happy. Man, I've been with that girl for 20 years.
That's, that's a beautiful thing, man.
20 years. No arguments. No, before I even had the stroke. No arguments and all that stuff. We had
Hmm.
arguments and we had fights, but our fights would lead up to, I'd be like, oh, get the game. She get a controller, I get a controller, and we start playing the game, and we won't know what the hell we arguing about. We
That's a
we
beautiful.
play Mortal Kombat. We don't know what we arguing about. Cause we be on the game for about 3-4 hours.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. Hey.
Yeah.
When you find somebody that fits you,
Yep.
it don't matter what nobody else say, feel, or think, man.
Nah,
This
it
this is
don't.
this is this is this is what life is about.
Yeah.
Finding your path in your life,
Yep.
and having somebody to walk your journey with you.
Yeah.
It's nothing like having somebody. I wish I had a significant other, but it's not in the cards right now for me.
Oh, it's gonna come.
And
It's gonna
no,
come.
every look, I'm not tripping on that. But what I'm saying is, I understand why God has me where He has me at.
Yeah, on the platform. You
Yeah,
gonna
no,
you
not
go.
no, not even that. I'm saying in life, whereas He has me isolated. Because I'm all the way out here in Brooklyn. Motherfuckers scared to come out here, and
Yeah,
then
cause you know
because
what?
of the
Why they
situation.
scared?
Yeah,
Nah, not the situation. everybody from Manhattan and the Bronx heard about Brooklyn being wild and
Man,
all
I
that.
was out here in '86, man. I had
Yeah,
4 crews out here, man. Them
yeah,
niggas
yo,
still love me to the day.
yo, people always hear, yo, Brooklyn niggas is grimy.
It ain't
It's
like
the
that no more.
projects.
It's not. Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's them project. Yeah, you go to them
yeah,
projects. Yeah.
yeah, it's the project. Cause I was dealing with a girl in Brownsville Projects, right down the block from you. Brownsville
me
Projects,
me too. My first girl, remember Henrietta?
huh?
You don't remember my first girl I lived with, Henrietta?
Henrietta.
From Brownville. The skinny lights, the skinny red bone that when I was going to Drake Business School, we were selling all that crack.
Oh yeah, I remember
The
her.
skinny, yeah.
That was the
She's
one.
from Brownville Projects.
That was the one you made me snip your fingers with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one you went to Hawaii with.
No, we went to Bahamas.
Yeah, Bahamas, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I go to Brownsville Projects, I be like, yo, the police be right there at the door of the projects, and niggas still be all in the lobby, pressing up on niggas. I be like, yo, I'm done with this bitch. I'm really done with this bitch. You know, I had to call the police to get out the building. Be like, yo, this nigga still out the building? She be like, yeah. I be like, yo, watch this. Yo, officer, there's some guys in front of the building with guns. Soon as I see the police pull up, I'll leave. I'll be leaving like,
Yeah.
yo, just to get out the project. But
Mm.
that's why people are scared to come out to Brooklyn, because they still got this stereotype.
Yeah.
Brownsville never ran, never will. Do or
Yeah.
die,
It
bed
ain't nothing like
style.
that. I'm in East New York, and this is
Yeah,
one of the worst parts. And
yeah, yeah,
it's nothing like that. You see white people walking around
yeah.
here, you know,
I tell people that
and
now,
they
like,
billing this motherfucking shit up like crazy.
yeah, it's all gentrified now. Because you got white people all out there and all that.
Yeah.
If they gonna do something to you, they're not gonna do it around them white people. Because the white
No.
people be like, oh, he ran that way, he had on this, that. Yep,
And
yep,
and they got a camera like, oh,
yeah,
here's his picture.
yeah, 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 yeah. And everything now is pre-recorded. Cause I be watching
Yeah.
the first 48. They show how,
Oh no, they go to every wherever it happened at. They go to
yep,
every camera in that area and trace you back
get trace you back,
to wherever
trace
you.
you.
If you got on the train, on the bus, they trace you all the way back to where you started from.
Yep.
You know.
And and then it'll be like, just like, yo, you know the little boy that got killed out in Brooklyn, right? I mean,
Yeah.
out in Queens.
Yeah.
Paisley Park, that's right up the block from me. Paisley Park. They saying his mother turned him in. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
It be like no, I don't know that, but it be like that though,
No,
man.
no, because
These
they
kids be out of
saying
control. These but see what it is. Let me tell you this right here
it
first.
took a village to raise us.
Yeah,
Now it's no
and
village.
see is that there we go. Now you
Now it's
understand.
no,
See, it's the women raising the boys by themselves. You
yeah,
can't raise a boy to
uh,
be a man because you need a man to show him things that
what to
men
do,
do.
how to ride a
You know,
bike.
you can only show them so much as a woman, and then when
Yeah,
they get to a certain age, they start being disrespectful. They talk back, they hit you and all. You know,
yeah.
we ain't had that back when
Nah,
when we was
we,
coming up.
yo,
You know, very
if, if
few, very few.
yo, if you
But
talk back, if
man,
you
my mother
talk
would
back,
kill me.
yo, you could be like up under your breath.
None of
Yo,
that.
by the time you got to your room, a shoe will be coming out the hall. A
No,
shoe
but
will meet you like it's
no,
like
no. If you say that, you get the backhand right in your
y-
mouth, wherever you at.
yeah, and your mom to tell you right off the rip, you don't want nothing, you don't need nothing. When we go to these people's houses, you sit in the corner. But nowadays, when you go to people's houses, the mother be rolling up weed with her son and all that.
Yeah, yeah, it's
You know,
different. No, but
yeah,
see,
it's different.
back in the days, the kids stayed in the kids' place. Like my
Yeah,
mother used to, my mother was a prominent figure in the
yeah,
community, and then they used to have the poker parties, but we
yeah,
had to stay in our room.
yeah.
You know what I
Thank
mean?
you,
You know,
thank
they'll
you.
be in there 2 days,
Two
playing
days,
poker,
3 days,
drinking, and do whatever they doing. But yeah,
doing,
you got
and,
to stay in your room.
and every now and then they'll come by and be like, "You okay back there?" You be like,
Yeah,
"Yeah." That's all.
or let
Yeah,
you come out for a minute,
yeah.
for a minute, and then go back on it, and you got your
You,
TV and everything, so you
you,
good.
you got everything in your room. We had
Yeah,
everything in our room. A
yeah,
TV. That's all we need. A TV and a
yeah.
stereo.
It wasn't no PlayStation back then.
Nah, not wasn't no.
No,
Nah.
I had the big. No, that shit. I was a kid
Atari.
then. No, I was like,
Atari.
yeah, I was like maybe 7, 8 years old. So shit,
Yeah.
it wasn't it wasn't none of that.
Nah, it wasn't.
That wasn't even in existence yet. That was like 1969, it's like 70, 71, something like that.
Yeah, Atari games and all that. That's when you had the big box with the two wires and, and all that. You'd be like
Yeah,
all in your room all day,
yeah,
all day. But
yeah. But it,
nowadays, kids don't respect their mother. They don't, because either their father's still on drugs, and some of
no,
these
but
kids,
it's not even that. It's just that they're not taught. See,
they not.
this is the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yo,
Like you said earlier, it takes a village.
a
It takes a
village,
village to raise children,
children.
even grown-ups. It takes a village because when we get grown, we need the elders to give us the extra wisdom.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like going through regular school and then you got to go to college afterwards. When you get
yeah,
older, then you got to learn from the elders.
yeah,
Even in business, when you get to a certain level, you have to go to the seniors to get the wisdom to get to the next level.
yeah.
And that's just how life is. And this is the thing we miss. I was just talking to somebody today, and matter of fact, it was a cab driver when I was coming back from therapy, and we were saying about how these kids don't even understand about God. They don't have an understanding of God, and
They don't. They don't.
they're missing love. But the
They,
main factor is that the children are missing love.
yo, and you know something else? You know where they get their God from and their love from? Joining them goddamn games.
Yeah. No,
See
because
what
that's the closest thing to love that,
love, love.
they can find.
Girls, girls doing that and guys doing that. When we
Yeah.
was growing up, only this is our game, our block. That was our
Yeah.
block.
No, but it wasn't even a gang.
Nah,
We was just
a community coming together.
a crew of guys that was
Yeah.
getting money together.
Yeah,
On
a
one
crew of
block.
guys be like, yo, y'all not doing that. You're not doing that. And the other crew will go on about their business. It was, that's why I be looking at these dudes like nowadays, they be asking me like, yo, how was y'all hustling back then? I said, yo, police didn't care. Because 9 out of 10 you had the police on your payroll or something like that. And see, when I was coming up, like I tell them, they didn't know what crack was.
No, they
They be
didn't.
like, how is that? I be like, they didn't know what crack was. When they did find out
And
about crack,
it's funny, cause I remember times when y'all used to come upstairs to me and be like, yo, the police just grabbed me, man. They took the crack and threw it on the ground, stepped and said, yo, man, what you doing out here selling people soap or peanuts or some shit
yeah,
like that?
peanuts. And then when they did find out about crack, New Jack City came out, and that they was locking people up, but they was letting
Oh
us
yeah,
go because they was doing a retesting to see if it was crack, and it was coming back baking soda.
yeah.
That's why I tell people. They be like, huh? The police didn't know what crack was. Now
No,
they
not in
got
the
all this.
beginning.
They
Not in
got
the
all this
beginning.
technology. Now they found out what fentanyl is, what
No,
crack
but
is.
you gotta understand that the police have their ear to the street because they have
Yeah,
people on the payroll,
yeah.
who
It's,
work. So, they gonna always have the information. It's just that, you know,
and,
it's
and that
it's it's very seldom where is, like,
it's coming
you know,
from.
yeah, you may not know that, but it's there.
Yeah, just like nowadays, they they got police on Facebook, all that stuff.
Oh,
They
you
got
seen the
police
one?
on
You see the broad that was talking about she hate niggas
the
in
white girl.
Texas? No, Puerto Spanish, Mexican, or something
Oh
like
yeah, the
that.
Mexican
Yeah,
police.
now she crying. Oh, I lost everything. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. The Mexican cop. The Mexican
yeah,
cop.
yeah, the
She was like, "Oh,
broad.
I hate niggas and this, that, and
Yeah, every
all."
time I go to a call, I don't care who it is. I lock the niggas up. Yo, so all the people she's locked up of color is coming home,
Yeah, they gotta come home because
and
they
they got
like,
a lawsuit. No, that's a lawsuit. That's an automatic lawsuit.
you know, come on, man. And then you're gonna put it on TikTok, Facebook, and what's
See,
that?
no, but what you got to understand is that with this administration, and people are emboldened to just say what they want to say because they've made the environment like that to where it's like I don't care. We trying to get rid of all these people, and if you with me on this side, you say what you want to say, and it's
Yeah,
freedom of speech. But the whole thing is hate takes
you
it to a
can't.
different level.
Yeah, but you can't say the word niggas. You can't say the
Mm-mm.
word. But see, check this out. You can't say the word niggas or blacks or something like that. Just like we can't say the word cracker or redneck. Just like you can't say I
You
hate
can't.
you.
Yeah, you
I
can't
I
even say Jew. You can't even
oh
say Jew.
you can't say
So
it.
yeah.
Or and but you know something now. If you say I'll kill you, faggot, and you beat the dude up, you didn't know he was a faggot.
Oh no, no,
That's a hate crime.
ain't no question. Yeah,
That's a
but
hate crime.
but the whole thing is like I said, it's about us growing up and putting love back into the communities. This is what we are not like. I see a lot of people talking about the problems, but I don't really see a whole bunch of people giving the solutions. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to show these young cats how to get some money.
Yo,
And what they don't understand is that they are the money.
yo, it's so many ways now to get money. You could be on the internet. You could be on the internet, start your own platform, and you could get money like that.
Yeah.
But these kids like to gang bang, walk around with
No, but
guns.
it ain't. What you gotta understand it. It's deeper than that. It's they're missing love, and they're looking for love wherever they can find it. You know what I'm saying? And they feel that they're getting love from the streets, and then
Yeah, that's what they do.
once you start killing and shooting and all that, you start feeling like you God. So
Yeah,
then this is the people you doing it with. This is my people, but they don't understand when the rubber meets the road, and when it really goes down, when you starting to get a life sentence and stuff like that,
yeah.
or you go to jail and your crew, they don't do nothing for you. I've seen it so many times.
Rich. A lot of things, like I tell young boys, I be like, yo, go stand in the bathroom and look in the mirror. They be like,
Yeah.
why that for? I be like, yo, go stand in the bathroom, go look in the mirror. Next day they see me, they be like, yo, OG, I did it. I be like, just imagine you in a cell like that for 23 hours a day. They be like, wow, that's how
Yeah.
that's how big the cell is. I be like, yo, you got a cot and and a toilet. That's it. A
And a
cot and a
sink.
toilet
And
and
a
a sink.
sink. And
And
you're lucky if you got a table. If you're lucky if the cell's big enough. Some cells ain't even big enough for a table.
yo, and then to top it off, the toilet and the sink is combined. The
Yeah.
toilet and the sink is combined. They be like, yo, OG. Yeah, I be like, yeah, that's how real it is. Y'all don't
And
want
you
to
on-
go down the
and
troll.
you can only flush the toilet every 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't
And and to keep your milk fresh, you got to put it in the toilet. You
no
got to
question.
put it in the toilet.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all don't want to go down that road. They be like,
No,
ah,
no,
man, OG.
but a lot of them, what you got to understand, a lot of them feel that that's a rite of passage.
Yeah,
And what's crazy is that years ago, even before me, there was a rite of passage. Like you go, you stand up, you do your time, you come home, and people look
yeah.
out. But it's not like that no more.
Nah, nah, nah,
It's
nah.
nothing like that. So the whole thing is like you have to, change your mindset. Like I tell you, over 10 years ago, I reinvented myself, changed my mindset, and changed the positive. I've done the negative. Now it's
Yeah,
time to do
do
positive.
the positive. You
And
know.
help people to heal. This is the whole thing, and a lot of people don't understand that. They really need to heal. This is why we doing the things we doing, because we've been treated like animals for so long that you take on that trait.
Yes.
This is not our natural language. This is not our natural culture. This is not our natural environment. This is not our natural religion, our not natural everything. But the whole thing is, even though we've been through that, we still now we've made a culture of what they made us into. And the crazy part about it is that they monetize the pain that we've gone through from their hands.
Yeah, yeah, you're right about that.
And so this is the thing. This is why I say, it's through your adversity change takes place. You have to go through your adversities to make change. It's like a lot of guys that go to prison, not all, but a lot of guys that go to prison, they wind up becoming righteous, or God fearing, or they want to do things to help people. See, because one thing about prison, being in that
It, it,
cage,
it'll change your life around.
it makes you confront yourself. Especially if you in a cell by yourself, it makes you
Yeah.
reevaluate your life. It makes you reevaluate everything about yourself, for the simple fact that now it's only you. It's just you in that cell. And you know that you got decades to do. And your people may not be doing the right thing by you, or even if they are, you still got to face, I'm in this joint and I got to do decades in here by
Nah,
myself.
yo, just like make you laugh. Preacher Muslim now. He Muslim,
He been Muslim. I've been through that. he been
but
he been
he,
Muslim 30, 40 years, but
but he's
he
still taking ass.
that's see, one thing about that, right? You can't go to heaven doing that.
Yeah.
So that's between him and God. And he just better hope that he stops and he asks for forgiveness, make repentance, and never do it again. Because if he dies in that state, he's going straight to hell.
Oh, you listening? Preacher got life plus 140
No,
years.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the afterlife. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't reflect on what comes after this. And the crazy part about it, everybody that's born has to die. And not
Yeah.
maybe, everybody that's born has a
After that,
date. It's already written. Before
yeah,
you were
it's
born, it was
written.
written. Everything that you're going to get in your life, everything you're not going to get, where you're going to go in life, where you're not going to go, everything about your life is
It's
written.
already written.
So the whole thing is like understanding life. This is why, like I say, tact through adversity comes change. You only find these things out after you go through adversity. You
Yeah,
know,
you're right.
adverse. Adversity doesn't uh hit you quietly; it hits you hard. And it makes you think. When you're going through great things, you don't even think about God or anything else. Like, man, the world is mine. But it's only until you go through an adversity that you make the changes in your life. Like I said, being in prison 28 years and have to look in that mirror, like you told a boy,
Yeah,
go in there and look at that in that bathroom.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you sooner or later you're going to look in that mirror and you're going to have to be honest with yourself, because being caged up is not human.
Yo, it's not.
Why do you think animals get crazy when
Yo,
they're in there? So that's not human. And the whole system is just of the meaning, and
yeah,
it's a system that they what I feel and what I think in a little bit of research, they are afraid of us because they know that we are the original people and we have something in us that they don't have. But I feel that we done something that God may punish us for, but it's starting to change. We're starting to come of knowledge of who we really are. And see,
Yeah,
that's one thing that they're afraid of. Once we become knowledgeable of who we are and we heal, and we learn the lies from the truth, man, the sky is the limit after that. Because now once you have a bunch of people thinking with one mindset, like, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You got, the MAGA. All of them are thinking with one mindset. You see, but it's negative. But you see, when you get a bunch of people thinking in one mindset, what can happen? So now imagine positive. Now doing just the
yeah,
opposite, doing the opposite of positive. So imagine what could be accomplished with
a
a
lot,
bunch of a bunch of mindsets on positivity.
a
It's
lot.
gonna outweigh the bad by 100-fold. But we have to take the initiative and do it. But the first thing, like I always tell people, we must heal first before we can do anything, because we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray from the day one. And like I said, this is not our language, this is not our names, this is not our culture. But we made it into a culture that everybody loves but hates. They hate us, but they love our culture, so
Yeah,
they monetize it.
just
You
like,
know,
just
and
like, just like I remember when I was watching a slave. I was watching Mandingo and Drum slave movie. They was cooking for the white man. That's why they love our soul food.
oh,
They,
ain't no question. I know, but you got to understand that they really love us. They envious of us because they
yeah,
know who we are. We don't know who we are. And why they want to keep us down, because they know that if we ever find out who we are, their existence is over.
yeah. Yo,
You
is
see what
it?
I'm saying? And they know it. So this is why they do what they do. And it's not them, it's the shaitan. See, because once you get a bunch of people on positivity, that's a whole different vibration in the universe. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things the devil is scared of. This is why he keeps us divided. If we come together and love, peace, and harmony, no matter what way whoever you worship, is because there's only one God, and however you
Yeah,
worship him, man, do you know how powerful that would be?
yeah. Yo,
You
Rick,
know,
you see my dog at the door, right?
where
Right there.
what kind of dog is it? I can't see it.
It's a poodle.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, he waiting for a master.
Yeah, so yeah, that's your alarm right there.
Nah, my alarm is right here. Right
No,
here. Yeah.
no, no, no. I got that. What I'm saying, that's your alarm right there. Because once he start wiggling his tail, she coming.
Yeah, yeah. I know she coming. And there's
Yeah.
a spot right there in front of the house. So I'm waiting for a car to pull up. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a car. That's why I'm sitting right here looking out the window, looking out the
I,
door. Like,
I
yo,
got you. I got you.
yeah. Once he saw wagging his tail, you see him right there at the door. He looking for
Uh,
her. Cause
uh,
he know she should be coming home soon.
yeah. Ain't no
Yeah,
question.
that's my alarm. But you know what? We gotta do, Rich? We gotta start opening up game rooms like they had back in the days.
First we gotta change the mindset. I mean, the game rooms. You open up game rooms, they still crazy. They ain't gonna be shooting the shit up.
Oh yeah.
You got to change the mindset. You got to get them to understand that we're not enemies.
Yeah,
We're brothers. And that we need to help each other. We need to protect each other. We need to come together so that we can build a network of businesses that we can all prosper from. You see, because it's more than enough money in the world. Look, when we growing up, it was only one or two billionaires in the world.
And who was
Now
them?
it's
Oh, it's like
you
this
had
is
Howard Hughes
and the
and the
Rockefellers.
Rockefellers, yeah,
Yeah, the Rockefellers.
and I think J. Paul Getty. But the whole
Yeah,
thing was like this: you only had a couple or few.
yeah, a few billionaires now.
They have thousands of billionaires now.
Yeah,
You know,
I didn't.
and I was just doing understanding the other night, right? If you just take the money that Elon Musk has, what he
Oh,
say he
look at
worth?
my girl. She pulling. Look, she backing up. See the
All
dog.
right,
See, wait. You see her backing up. She backing up right now.
all
Yeah,
right.
that's my
I'll holler.
girl.
I'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to run. Okay, Rich. I see you tomorrow.
All right, baby boy.
All
Good
right.
looking. All right,
Good
later.
luck.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, you know. That's a real good thing that him and his wife have that kind of understanding, like, man, but like I was telling him, we have to heal, like he's saying, we need to get game rooms. Like when we as kids, yeah, when we as kids, we had game rooms, but we wasn't trying to kill each other. And then they had this Dominican gang called the Ball Busters, and they would come around and try to, hurt people. And excuse me, and you know, like I told them, before we do anything, you know, everything comes from the mindset. We have to change the mindset. These young cats, they don't have no understanding, but it's because they lack love. This is why they gang banging and all this stuff here. It's because they lack love. And if you look at any of their situations, 9 out of 10 times, man, they've had a broken home. One mother, with just them or maybe three or four siblings, and they had it rough. So I get it. And it's deeper than that because what you have to understand from slavery, we've been conditioned in different ways. Like I said the other night, it's layers to these things that these people have in place. And what they do is they gradually take things, you know, um, and before you know it, they break down the structure of the black family. And this is what they systematically done, you know, from after we were free to the Jim Crow to the uh, civil rights. We still never had justice. So we are traumatized because of all the things that have happened. And it's not to be on a pity pot. No, we got to, like I said, if you fall down 9, get up 10. We got to dust our pants off and figure out the next move. And this is what a lot of people don't do. And like I tell you, this is what I'm pretty good at. If I see a problem, I don't cry over it. It's like spilled milk. Why would you cry over spilled milk? It's spilled. Clean it up and get you some more milk. Because the energy that you waste crying about it is energy that you can use to do something positive and progressive. Just think about it. It makes sense. We're only on this earth for a short period of time. Why waste your time? And then you don't understand that until you get older, because I used to get told the same thing. And I was like, yeah, but now I understand. But we still got a good one. I appreciate, my couple of buddies that support me on this endeavor, and I thank them because, a lot of people won't support you that you may have supported or taken care of, or however it may be, or supposed to be friends, they're not going to support you. Only time they're going to support you is when everything blows up and they see that there's a dollar sign in it. And you have to understand that. And you can't get mad because, like I always say, because where you at in your life, that don't mean that's where I'm at in my life. I'm at peace because I know that the Most High got me. And He showed me in so many ways. And just last year was a perfect example. And look what came out of that negativity, a book right here on Amazon. Through adversity comes change. A book came out of it. What else came out of it? Now, this podcast, check that out. And this is less than a year. Now it's a little more than a year, but it was less than a year when I've done all that. So it's about here, your mindset. Anything the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. It's just up to you to put the work in. And I know it's going to take time, but I'm cool with that. I'm really, really cool with that because nothing good is easy. It takes work. And like we was talking the other day with my boy Pat when we was in multi-level marketing. That's what they tell you. You got to go through your no's to get to your yeses. All it takes is one yes to put you where you need to be in life, but you got to get to it first. I want to go over something with you guys, and I want you, and these things I want to ask you, and I want you to be honest with yourselves. You know, this is not about no one else. Give me your specific yesterday and today. What did you do yesterday? Where are you now in life? And I'll help you draw the line, draw the comparison line by line. Give yourself a second to think about that. What did you do yesterday? And where are you now in your life today? Are you happy with your life? Is life progressing? Did you take care of things yesterday that will help you in your future? These are the things that we need to be thinking about. And this is the things that we don't. We don't prepare for our future. And I'm a perfect example. Like I tell you, I've been rich a few times and squandered, but that's with not having the knowledge. That's with not having the right people around you. And that's with not having the right people guiding you. And also you must take the responsibility. That's for you not using your head for more than a hat rack. Because like I tell you, everything starts and ends with you. Period. So I have no one to blame. But like I said, I don't have money like I used to, but what I do have, I'm grateful, and it sustains me. And that's all you can ask for in life, until you can do better. And this is what I'm working on, doing better. Everything comes in time. But like I said, it's about changing your mindset. I'm gonna give you a couple scenarios, right? The illusion of randomness versus divine placement. Let's think. I want you to think about that. Delusion of randomness. Random means that you all over the place versus divine placement. You where you're supposed to be because God put you there. He don't make no mistakes. Trust and believe that. Why God doesn't make mistakes doesn't mean no pain. Like I said, when he takes you wherever he takes you, he's driving the car. He makes no mistakes. You must accept the responsibility and understand that maybe it's something that your hands did that got you there. But just like that just said, there's going to be pain. It's through adversity comes change. Adversity doesn't come softly. It's not quiet. Adversity is trauma, and trauma makes you reflect. It either makes you run or stand and fight. One of the two. And it's not about physical, it's about mental. Check this out. And this is what a lot of the children, a lot of the YNs are doing. Disobedient as detour, not destruction. The reason why they doing that is a detour from their feelings. A lot of them don't want to face their feelings because they were never taught how to feel. Just think about that. They're acting up as just a detour of reflecting their true feelings. And like I was just saying with Johnny, when you're in that cell by yourself and you have to, excuse me, and you have to reflect, sooner or later you're going to look in that mirror and see what it is that you have to be honest with yourself about. Because after a while it gets monotonous. Every day waking up the same room, same place, going doing the same workouts, coming back in, taking a shower, watching TV, praying, cooking, eat all kinds of things. Clean. It gets monotonous. So you must utilize that time to reflect, to make the changes that you need to make in your life for your exit. And thank God, like I said, for 6 years he woke me up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with ideas. I created 30 after vices business concept with his blessing. And this is one of the things, Tacc, through adversity comes change. So, my mission is to give this to the world so that they can heal, so that we can learn the truth from the lies. And I keep harping on the truth from the lies because if you heal and you still being told a lie and you can't decipher a lie from the truth, you're still going to be misled. So once you heal, you have to learn the truth from the lies. So now you can decipher who they are and what they are trying to do. Simple. God as corrector, not as condemner. Facing the truth before breakthrough. And like I tell you, when you're looking in that mirror and it's just you're going to face that mirror before the breakthrough happens. And it's when you, as other people say, if you give it to God or however you do, you let go and let God, that's when the breakthrough happens. And that's the life changing. thing that gives you your peace. And once you have peace, man, it's nothing like it. Trust me, there's nothing like peace. And you can't buy it. You have to earn it. And if you're lucky to ever get it, just know you can't give it away. You're going to see life for what it is, people for who they are, but you're not going to judge because you're going to understand that's where they're at. That's not where I'm at. And you're going to make the right choices in your life. The mirror test accountability. What God might be trying to show you, right track versus comfortable track. The right track is never going to be comfortable because anything good is going to be tough. And you want it to be tough. It's just like they say, climbing the ladder of success is uphill. But a lot of times we take shortcuts. And where do shortcuts lead us? They lead us short. You have to be persistent and patient and just keep striving up the hill because whenever you get to the top, the reward is tremendous, especially when you're humble. And you're going to be humble once you heal and you gain your peace. So you just got to be persistent and be patient. Everything will work its way out. And another thing, when you do the right thing and it costs you, do you feel bad? You say like, man, I should never even did it. No, you get your blessings from God. Hold on one second. What's up, mamita? Yeah, yeah, I'm doing the podcast. What's happening? All right. Yeah, yes, I do. No problem. No, come on. All right. Yeah, yeah. So when it costs you, that's when God blesses you. Um, and testimony only comes after the truth. You only can speak on something after you've gone through it. Then and only then. But like I said, we must heal. We must accept the responsibility that wherever we're at in life, it's because of us. And we got to do the right thing no matter what. But that's my thing for the night. I thank y'all. Hopefully, we can hit 1 million followers and subscriptions. Tac man out. Get your spirit right. Peace.